Welcome to the Founders Features podcast brought to you by the Sandbox Center. My name's Noah, and today we have Ryan Casey, founder of Skapa Tech. Thanks for joining us, Ryan.
You're welcome. Good to be here.
All right, so to begin, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
So Skapa does custom software development, including AI. We're a small business. We actually have two locations based in the U.S. and here in Bay Area, Ontario. Our data scientists are Canadian, since there's a bit of a buy Canadian movement going on here. And we've been in business for about eight and a half years now.
Great. How did you guys start?
We started, like I said, 8.5 years ago. I was considering opening my own company and thought it was the right time. And really, I was kind of fed up with some of the I guess competitors at the time, or potential competitors who were not really focused on user experience and building joy, frankly, in software. And so got my start with one or two small companies, and then kind of built up from there. It's been a fun ride.
Are there any new plans, goals, or initiatives you guys have going on you want to share with the people?
Yeah, so not surprisingly, 3 years ago we started an AI push, and this was right before ChatGPT came out, or became publicly available, I should say. And to that end, we actually launched our first product. So it's an AI-based product that's used by one-call centers to improve and catch errors before locators go on site to locate your electro lines or hydro lines, your gas lines, water lines, etc. So we're really excited about that and looking to build on that AI product.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your experience here at the Sandbox, and maybe what's been your favorite part as being a member here.
It's been a great experience. I think just being able to network with other people, not just technology companies, but general business folks, and understand their perspective and get some feedback and thoughts has been really valuable. And then also, personally, it can be lonely at the top, regardless of how tall the mountain is. And so being able to talk with other CEOs, other founders, has been really helpful.
Now let's transition to the Founders Feature. The Founders Feature is a quick 3-question segment where we find out a little bit more about our interviewee's business mind. Question 1, what's the most common challenge businesses face when approaching software development projects?
I think for most businesses, they don't have a lot of subject matter expertise in technology. And even companies that sell products don't necessarily understand the technology side of it. So I think for a lot of executives, it's hard to understand what a vendor is saying and how to sort out who's really working in your best interest and who's just trying to make a quick buck. And so that's one thing we really focus on, is explaining what we're doing, why it's important, talking about trade-offs, alternatives that really best fits a company's goals and visions.
All right. Question 2, what do you think is the biggest challenge facing web, mobile, and cloud development companies today?
I think the challenge, it's probably a bit trite, but is how best to leverage AI. I don't believe it's going to replace developers by any stretch. But at the same time, I think it can offer an opportunity, particularly for folks in, let's say, U.S. and Canada, where we have a higher labor cost, if you will, than an offshore team in India, the Philippines, whatnot. And I think AI really can help you leverage your market knowledge of Canada and cut costs while still delivering a high-quality result.
All right. Final question. If your business had a mascot, what would it be and why?
Oh, boy. Maybe because we're in Canada, the beaver.
All right.
Right? We're building things. We're not really building dams per se, but we are building things with ingenuity, I'd say, based on walking by some cut down trees recently in a dam that the beavers built.
All right. And that's it for today's episode of the Founders Feature. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.